Good morning, everybody. It's Mish, and I am here live at Zoomtopia in San Jose, California. So today is a really exciting day because it is day one, and we're going around chatting with folks, talking to them about how they use the Zoom actual product, and talking with their partners and learning all about their customer success stories. So today we have a very special guest with us, and his name is Rich Sutton. Now, Rich is actually the partner over at Theta Lake and has been working with the Zoom team quite frequently over the past, how long would you say?
A few months.
Few months.
Yeah, very closely with them.
It's so awesome. I'm so excited to interview him because he has been working with the team for a while and has a lot of great insight, I feel. So, Rich, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
So why don't you tell us first a little bit about what Theta Lake is?
Sure. Theta Lake is a platform that uses artificial intelligence and machine learning to identify compliance and regulatory risks in video content, like video conferences that you can do on Zoom. Mm-hmm. We sell to regulated industry, and in particular financial services. Financial services firms are subject to myriad regulations in different geographies around the world. You might have heard of GDPR. Mm-hmm. MiFID II is a similar regulation in the UK. Regulatory bodies like FINRA in the US and the FCA in the UK mandate that financial services firms have to retain electronic communications and oversee that content. These regulatory bodies impose fees on financial services companies if they fail to meet those obligations. In the last 6 years, they've levied over $320 billion in fines to financial services companies that have violated those regulations. 75% of those fines are related to conduct issues, people on email or chat or in video conferences saying the wrong things to customers, promising things that they're not supposed to promise. Our platform helps large financial services companies monitor the billions of minutes of video conferencing they're creating every year in a way that you can only do with artificial intelligence and automation.
Mm-hmm. And you're co-founder.
Right.
And when did you start the company?
The company is relatively new. We were founded last year. This is actually my second startup. The previous one was in the same business domain. We were building tools for regulated industry to manage social media compliance. And we saw how companies like Zoom were becoming incredibly successful and how video conferencing was becoming part of our just day-to-day. I mean, I'm on video conferences multiple hours a day with customers, with colleagues around the globe. And we realized that this was the next evolution in compliance technology, was to harness artificial intelligence and apply it to this huge stream of data that was coming out of video conferencing.
Mm-hmm. So how did you meet the team at Zoom? I mean, how did that relationship spin up?
Well, so our product integrates with call center technology, call recording, video conferencing technology, video marketing platforms. Our whole objective is to ingest as much video as we can. Mm-hmm. Zoom is the preeminent player in video conferencing. We use Zoom ourselves every day to talk to our folks around the globe, so it was an obvious fit. They were the first video conferencing platform that we reached out to partner with.
So being a co-founder and a CTO of an AI startup, it's easy, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. Super simple.
Super easy. So what does the future actually look like? What do you envision it to be like in the tech industry in terms of the adapting to the businesses that rely so heavily on AI?
Yeah, so I think you're going to see two really important changes in the way that artificial intelligence technology is delivered to companies. And I'm thinking about insurance companies and financial services companies, highly regulated industry. But I think these ideas apply across the board. To date, artificial intelligence has come in the form of large companies hiring dedicated data scientists, people with mathematics degrees who can actually implement these things specifically for the company. That obviously doesn't scale, and I think you're going to see a lot more companies like Theta Lake, where we do the data science, right? We take the artificial intelligence technology and we apply it to a business problem or problem domain, and then you, as a smaller financial services firm or a firm that doesn't have the in-house expertise, buy us off the shelf and use us to solve that problem. That's number one. So sort of the democratization of AI, I think, is going to be a huge trend, especially in startups in the next few years. The other one, which isn't relative to what we're doing, but I think is very interesting is, the revolution in artificial intelligence in the last couple of years has been predicated on the existence of computing architectures called GPUs. Maybe you've heard of a GPU, right? GPUs come from the gaming world, the video world. These are processors built to do advanced linear algebra operations specifically for showing you pictures, right? And they've basically been co-opted by the artificial intelligence world to make artificial intelligence algorithms viable in the marketplace. And I think you're going to see a bunch of new hardware startups that are building different computing architectures to further drive the penetration of artificial intelligence into every market.
Side question, what is the kind of coolest integration you've seen with AI?
The coolest, you mean other than Theta Lake?
Other than Theta Lake. Other than Theta Lake.
Staying in the video conferencing realm,
yeah.
There are a lot of interesting integrations where people are looking at streams of data inside of video conferences to do things like find sentiment of people on the call, typically for sales, right? To help you close deals in a sales environment, make your salespeople better. I think that's very interesting.
That's super future.
Yeah.
Very, very future.
Yeah, exactly. But to be honest with you, I think that a lot of the things that we're doing are just about as cutting edge as you can find. We're looking inside of videos for objects in the background, for gestures, for not just the things people are saying, but the things that they're showing and sharing on the screen. And so our algorithms are helping people detect those things and identify when they're a problem. And Zoom's platform is the best platform for getting all of that content. We get the audio, we get the screen shares, we get the video streams from all participants, we get all the data that we need. It's great.
So what is your favorite feature then? There's such a plethora of really cool stuff.
Yeah. That's a great question. That's a good question. So I have one boring answer and one hopefully more fun answer. The boring answer is the things that IT administrators actually love, which is that Zoom has a great policy infrastructure for doing things like grouping users and enforcing recording requirements and putting guardrails around screen sharing, and it's extremely robust. We rely on those features when we do our integration with Zoom and expose that to our joint customers. But the second one, the thing I actually really like is, I don't know if you know this, but in the client, there's a little checkbox that lets you give yourself soft lighting. It's like,
oh yeah, you can have
it's
a
like
little
enhance your face and make it look better.
Yeah.
Some of us need that,
I mean, not you.
Right, exactly.
Not any of us in the room.
Yeah. Right.
That's so awesome, because that's definitely something that I like to use. I like to use filters all the time. Let's be honest.
It. Come on, man.
Everybody uses it.
That's right.
So I know to this week you actually announced something really special with the Zoom team. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So we're part of the initial release of the Zoom Marketplace. We're one of the first apps to integrate with be available on the marketplace and integrate with the Zoom APIs. And I want to thank the Marketplace team for their great work in helping us be one of the first. Hopefully we're representative of the super cool stuff you can do by buying integrations and add-ons to the Zoom platform. As an artificial intelligence focused vendor, I think I'm looking forward to the opportunity to really showcase our technology in the Zoom integration.
So what does that mean for the future for folks that want to use the API, for example?
You mean for other vendors who would want to integrate?
Vendors,
I can't say enough about the Marketplace team, the developer relations team. They just did a really nice job of not only making it easy for us to integrate, but frankly, pushing us in the right direction to make our integration better, which I was actually, we had to do extra work, but I was appreciative of the results. The results were fantastic. And so I think vendors looking to integrate will not only have a great experience in developing their integrations, but they're going to benefit from the marketplace, right? Zoom is the leader.
Final question for you.
Sure.
Zoom is all about happiness and customer success, as you know. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being supremely happy beyond belief, where are you in the spectrum?
Well, I hope you believe me when I say I'm honestly saying that it's a 10. I've been around for a little while. I've used a lot of video conferencing platforms. I've seen the evolution from the sort of first generation that came out in the late 90s and early 2000s to what we can do with Zoom today. We have a small team, but we're very geographically distributed. We have employees on 3 continents, and we use Zoom. right? So we choose Zoom because the quality is the best, the ease of use is the best, and it makes our business would literally not be possible without Zoom, honestly.
Yeah, because the international market and being able to talk to anyone at any time.
I collaborate every single day with people in multiple continents.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us
My
today.
pleasure,
We
Mish.
had a blast chatting with you and hearing all about the success for the company, or for Theta Lake, and appreciate you stopping by.
My pleasure.
And thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back for another couple interviews here at Zoomtopia. Make sure to follow that hashtag Zoomtopia18. Thanks.